a gigantic, enormous, humongous energy vampire feeding ground. That's what Facebook is. That's what social media is. That's the purpose of it. To feed off of your energy, which is the attention that you give it. That's why a place like Facebook is constantly asking what's on your mind. What are you thinking? People are constantly updating statuses. They're constantly posting updates. And these are pretty much just energy deposits. These are constant energy deposits. People are depositing their energy every time something goes on in their life, whether happy, whether sad, or anywhere in between. A moment to celebrate joyous moments and occasions, tragedies. They're posting it. Whatever's going on in their life, whatever they're proud about, whatever accomplishments that they feel that they've made, whatever steps that they've made to excel or to be successful in life. Any certificates, any ceremonies, anything pertaining to that, they're posting it to these social media outlets, and they're really just banks, energy banks for you to deposit your energy into. See, the attention is energy, and all of these feelings, they're emotions, and that's what emotions are. It's energy and motion. So what motion is your energy going in? What's the direction of the motion of that energy, I should say? Where are you depositing that energy? And why are you depositing that energy there? Why do people feel the urge to let Facebook or social media know everything that's going on in their life? Like I said, whether happy, sad, good, bad, or anywhere in between, any aspect of any of those things, happiness, sadness, joy, sorrow, grief, pain, it's all being shared. If you're going through a tragic time in your life, why are you posting this to social media? If someone close to you is going through a hard time, why are you on social media about this? Why aren't you doing research and studying and finding information that can help them get through whatever situation that they're going through or that they're dealing with? You know, if they're inflicted with the illness or a disease, why don't you put that energy into finding a cure or a way to reverse that illness or that disease? But going on a social media outlet and depositing energy to get other people's energy, or to just bring attention to yourself about a situation, is vampirism. See, you got different types of vampires. You have the vampires that upload the material, and then you have the vampires who view the material. The vampires who upload the material for the purpose of feeding off of your attention and your energy. So the titles, the clickbait, the trending topics and subject matter, it's a tool to get you on their dinner table. These are the things that make you their meal. This is what gets your energy and motion in their direction. And then they feed off of that. And then you have those who view the material, who they anticipate that energy. They anticipate that upload, that material, because this is what they feed off of. Whether it's the information, whatever it is that sparks their interest, they feed off of that energy, and it just feeds that particular interest that they have. So this is why you have people who are constantly, let's say, looking for people to upload information to share knowledge, is to share light. But what are they doing with this information? What are they doing with this light? Are they absorbing this light? Are they ingesting and digesting this information? Are they able to assimilate the nutrients or the nutritional value in the information? Or are they just shoving their faces with information, or which is energy, but not doing anything with it that's really productive? They're not making it applicable to their life. So what they're doing is basically, this is like a junk food binge to them. This is where they go to get their junk supply. This is where they go to get that energy, and they feed off of that particular energy. And so what they do is they put comments, they use flattery to get the person who's uploading the material to upload more material, and to upload material constantly, so they can constantly have a food source or energy to vampire on. You have some who knowingly do this, and you have some who unknowingly do this. And this is on both sides. Those who create the material and upload it, and those who anticipate viewing the material. It's not always intentional. A lot of things that people do, it's the result of programming. Programming that was set a long time ago, in the early years of your life. And those programs were put in. And you've just been carrying out that program. But the social media outlets, the Facebooks, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, people put so much energy into these things. It's like anything that they do, they gotta post. And then they get upset if they post something and nobody gives that post any attention. They don't heart it. They don't like it. Now you have some people who are upset or emotionally disturbed now because someone didn't like or didn't give the attention to them that they wanted. So now it's just like a person who's angry because they're hungry and they missed a meal, or they're not being fed, they didn't get to eat. They were anticipating eating, they had a taste for food and for a particular type of food, but they weren't able to get it. Now they're upset. The anger from being hungry, and the hunger is for your energy. But like I said, these are all breeding grounds though. So you have to be careful of what you put your energy into. And also, you have to be careful of those who are looking to bait and trap your energy and feed off your energy. Some people feed off of you being the viewer. You running to their channel, running to their page to like, to share, to comment. They feed off of that. What's of real substance or real value that you're getting? Because with all of the personalities that are on social media platforms, and all of the views and all of the likes and all of the subscribers, why is everyone, or the majority of people, still in a stupor? Why are people just masturbating with this information? Why are people still pretending and perpetrating a fraud? Where's the authenticity at? People are attracted to magic. They want to be magical, but they're not doing magical shit. They're too emotionally disturbed to practice or to execute any true magic. So what happens is they feed into illusion, and they're actually practitioners of illusion. They become illusionists. They create synthetic forms of magic, false transformations. Because why? Image. Image attracts people. And that attraction, that attention, that's energy. And that's what the vampires want. They want the energy. So those who create Facebook and social media platforms, they're the biggest vampires. They're skilled at finding a food source in abundance and feeding. This is what they do. They're excellent hunters. They know how to hunt, how to stalk their prey. And they're continuously feeding. They have an endless food supply. Because in the world where people are so emotionally disturbed, emotionally unstable, with low self-esteem, low self-confidence, and low self-worth, it's not that difficult to set a trap and to bait the prey. It's very easy. A lot of them, they wander into the trap, or they run to the trap, lie down in the trap, and ask to be fooled. They ask to be fed upon. So the vampires don't have to do much work at all. Because the program that's set in place, it has you doing all the work for them. You'll lead yourself to them. They don't have to go out and snatch you up and grab you and physically pull you into their direction and feed on you. No. They have more intelligent, more strategic methods that have been effective, and that's what they've been using, and thus far they've been successful. There's so many things connected and attached to these social media outlets, these gadgets, these gizmos, these phones. Social media accounts are linked to a person's everyday activity. They have it to where you can do banking. You can do so many different things, money exchanges through these platforms. So it gives a false sense of necessity in a person's life that they utilize these platforms. It creates a relevance for these platforms. And so what that means is that people are just walking to be slaughtered. They lay themselves down on the table to be fooled because the table's so appealing. They're attracted by the decorations and all the alluring ornaments and features that this table has. So they run to the table and lie down on it, and they're like, feed on me. And that's what happens. So it's not as harmless as people think. Like, you have to really be observant with all of this toxic technology that's floating around. All of this digital addiction, this social media insanity. You have to ask yourself, are you a victim of this? Are you digitally addicted? Are you the product of social media insanity? Do you have the ability to disconnect or detach from these things? What true value or purpose do they have, or do they serve in your life, really? It's killing the interactions, the natural interactions that people should have with themselves. But see, synthetic beings set up synthetic platforms to do synthetic things. It's a form of terraforming or creating an environment that's most suitable for them. So that's why the natural world has been turned, or is being turned, into a synthetic world, because it's being ran by synthetic beings. They're anti-natural, anti-nature. So all of the toxicity that you see, all of the dysfunction that you see, it's all a product of that. That's why it's a generic version of everything that's natural, because that's the agenda. And that's the energy that you're giving up. That's what you're forfeiting, who you naturally are. Your natural energy. They're feeding off of that. Isn't that what they call gas? natural energy, electricity. You understand? Your body is composed of gases. It's electric, or it should be. So, who's accumulating these resources? Who's feeding off of these resources? Who's utilizing this energy as a food source to fuel their agenda? To fuel their vampiric nature so they can continue to vampire and to feed on their prey. What are you doing to assist your predators, to assist your oppressors in achieving their goals? And then the bigger question is, what can you do to stop them from achieving these goals? What can you do to put an end or to cancel out their agendas? Because ultimately you have the power. Remember, you're the natural source of energy. Where the problem is, the solution is. A lot of us have been part of the problem for too long. Now it's time to tap in and activate the solution. And become that, the solution. You gotta go blade on these vampires. Break day on these motherfuckers. No matter what you used to be. It's about becoming something new. Tapping into the magic in you. You don't need all of these outside illusions. You don't need these outside tools. All you need is confidence. All you need is to accept the fact that you have the power and the ability to transform and to be something greater. All you need is confidence. Confidence in your magic. Your magic is your ability to transform. Wise up and rise up. Remember, go blade on these motherfuckers. Time to break day. Maybe you were a vampire before, but it's time to become something new. It's time to transform.